better than the other day. I was taking along the picture. So on the picture we see, because I'm fat and I run on the altar, we see I'm jumping on the altar. Jaya Radha Madhava Puja Bihari Yashodanandana Prabhupada Srimad Bhagavatam Ki. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to read Srimad Bhagavatam, the association of devotees. Give me your mercy that I can have some inspiration. So we continue the reading of Srimad Bhagavatam. So 10 Canto, Chapter 9, Mother Yashoda and Lord Krishna. And we will start a new chapter. We enter in the continuation of this pastime. So first we finish the chapter with Mother Yashoda who bind Lord Krishna, and after we will read the deliverance of the Yamal Arjuna tree. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskrityam.
Narayanam Namaskrityam.
Naram Chaiva Narottamam.
Narottamam.
Devim Sarasvatim Vyasa.
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam.
Tatudaya Mudiraye.
Vatodaya Mudiraye.
Ashtapraishu Abhadeshu.
Ashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu.
Nityam Bhagavate Sevaya.
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya.
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke.
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke.
Bhakti Bhavati Naistiki.
Bhakti Bhavati Naistiki.
So I will read the Sanskrit alone and we will repeat later the other verse. Krishna Stugriya Krityechu Yagrayam Matari Prabhu Adalakshida Juno Purvam Guya Kodanadat Majo. So translation, I did in grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada Prabhupada Ki Jai. While Mother Yashoda was very busy with household affairs, the Supreme Lord Krishna observed twin trees known as Yamal Arjuna, which in a former millennium had been the demigod sons of Kubera. So just remember, Mother Yashoda banned Krishna because Krishna was doing so many, how to say in English? Mischief. Was doing so many mischief, so she was thinking, I should punish this bad boy. I should punish him. So she banned him. And Krishna is the Supreme Lord, so nobody can bind him. So it took a very long time, but he let her bind Krishna, bind him on the mortar. But later he started to think, I cannot stay like this, binding on this mortar. You see, when you put small children, in French we say mettre au coin. I don't know how we say in English. You punish someone, you say, the small boy, and you put somewhere, you say you cannot move from here. So he will try to find some mischief to do where he is. So Krishna saying, I cannot just stay like this, waiting for hours that Mother Yashoda finish his house duty. Usually, children are very impatient. They want action. They don't want to stay in one place like this. And if the parents don't take care of him, he will find something to do. So Krishna's same situation is here. He thinks, I should do something. I should play. I should do something. I cannot stay just fine on this mortar. So he started to think, maybe I can try to break this rope. So he started to think, I will go into these two Yamara tree, and I will find a way to break the rock with a mortar block between these two trees. It is said that he have two thinking. He think I can break the rock, or deliver these two demigods who are in this Yamara tree. Krishna can think two things at the same time like this. So he start to make some plan, and so we continue to read. Purana Radha Sapena Vrikshatam Kapito Madat Kala Kuvara Manigriva Iti Kyato Shriyani Vito. In their former birth, these two sons, known as Nalakuvara and Manigriva, were extremely opulent and fortunate, but because of pride and false prestige, they did not care about anyone, and thus Narada Muni cursed them to become trees. So the story is going on. Should I read all the Jai Shri Shri Ditai Sasuta Ki Jai Shri Shri Jagannath Radha Subhadra Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Parisisvara Ki Jai. So they saw that Krishna saw that we paint all the world in white, so today he decided I will dress in white also. I will merge in all this beautiful
it is
white.
not white, it is beige color.
Beige. Beige.
Oh,
Beige.
okay.
For me, this color and this color is same, but not for them.
Okay. Okay. The elephants of the Yamara Arjuna tree. This chapter describes how Krishna broke the twin Arjuna trees, from which Nala Kuvera and Manigriva, the son of Kuvera, then came out. Nala Kuvera and Manigriva were great devotees of Lord Shiva, but because of material opulence they became so extravagant and senseless that one day they were enjoying with naked girls in a lake and shamelessly walking here and there. Suddenly Narada Muni passed by, but they were so maddened by their wealth and false prestige that even though they saw Narada Muni present, they remained naked and were not even ashamed. In other words, because of opulence and false prestige, they lost their sense of common decency. Sorry, I don't know how to read. What means decency? Discrimination.
Décence. C'est la décence, être décent, bien se tenir, bien se comporter.
Because I don't have, I don't understand.
I don't either.
Of course, it is the nature of the material quality that when one becomes very much opulent in terms of wealth and prestigious position, one loses one's sense of etiquette and does not care about anyone, even a great sage like Narada Muni. For such bewildered person, Hankara Vimudatma, who especially deride devotee, the proper punishment is to be again stricken with poverty. The Vedic rules and regulations prescribe how to control the false sense of prestige by the practice of yama, niyama, and so on. Tapasa brahmacharyena shamena shadamena cha. A poor man can be convinced very easily that the prestige of an opulent position in this material world is temporary, but a rich man cannot. Therefore, Narada Muni set an example by cursing these two persons, Nalakuvera and Manigriva, to become dull and unconscious like trees. This was a fit punishment. But because Krishna is always merciful, even though they were punished, they were fortunate enough to see the Supreme Personality of Godhead face to face. Therefore, the punishment given by Vaishnav is not at all punishment. Rather, it is another kind of mercy. By the curse of the Devarshi, Nalakuvela and Manigriva became twin Arjuna trees and remained in the courtyard of Mother Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj, waiting for the opportunity to see Krishna directly. Lord Krishna, by the desire of his devotee, uprooted this Yamala Arjuna tree. And when Nalakuvela and Manigriva were thus delivered by Krishna, after 100 years of the Devas, quite long, their old consciousness revived, and they offered Krishna prayers suitable to be offered by demigods. Having thus gotten the opportunity to see Krishna face to face, they understood how merciful Narada Muni was, and therefore they expressed their indebtedness to him and thanked him. Then, after circumambulating the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, they departed for their respective abode. So I'll read towards the 3 verses. We will repeat the 2 and 3. Shri Rajo Vacha Katyatam Bhagavan Etatayo Shapatya Karanam Yatadvigaritam Karma Yena Vardivachistama. King Parikshit inquired from Shukadev Goswami, O great and powerful saint, what was the cause of Nalakuvela's and Manigrivas having been cursed by Narada Muni? What did they do that was so abominable that even Narada, the great sage, became angry at them? Kindly describe this to me. So, verse 2 and 3. Shri Shuka Uvacha
Shuka Uvacha
Udarsyanucharo Bhutava
Rudasyanucharo Bhutva
Sudripto Danandatmajo
Sudripto Dhanatmajo
Kalasapavane Maramye
Kalasupavane Ramye
Mandakinyam Madok
Mandakinyam Madokkato.
We repeat the 2 verses or just one?
Just one, I think, sake of time.
Okay. So we again. Shri Shuka Uvacha
Shri Shuka Uvacha
Udasyanucharo Bhutva
Rudasyanucharo Bhutva
Sudripto Danandatmajo
Sudripto Dhanatmajo
Kelasopavane Ramye
Kalasopavane Ramye
Mandakinyam Madotskato
Mandakinyam Madoktato.
Shri Shuka Uvacha
Shri Shuka Uvacha
Rudrasyanucharo Bhutva
Rudyasunucharo Bhutva
Sudripto Dhanatmajo
Sudipto Dhanatmajo
Kelasopavane Ramye
Kelasopavane Ramye
Mandakinyam Madotkato
Mandakinyam Madoktato. Shri Shuka Shri Shuka Vacha
Shri Shuka Uvacha
Rudasyanucharo Bhutva
Rudrasyanucharo Bhutva
Sudipto Dhana Atmajo
Sudripto Dhanatmajo
Kelasopavane Ramye
Kelasopavane Ramye
Mandakinyam Madokkato
Mandakinyam Madokkato.
Shri Shuka Vacha
Shri Shuka Vacha
Rudrasya Nachuro Bhutva
Rudrasya Nucharo Bhutva
Sadrito Anadatmajo
Sudrito Danadatmajo
Kalosho Pavane Ramye
Kailaso Bhavane Ramye
Mandakinyam Marutkato
Mandakinyam Madotkato. I read the next one. Varunim Madiram Pitva Madagunita Dochano Strijane Anugayadvi Sheratu Pushpite Vane. So translation word for word. Shri Shuka Vacha.
Shri Shuka Vacha.
Shri Shukadev Goswami replied.
Shri Shukadev Goswami replied.
Rudrasya
Rudrasya
of Lord Shiva.
of Lord Shiva.
Anucharo,
Anucharo,
two great devotees or associates.
two great devotees or associates.
Buddha,
Budva,
being elevated to that post.
being elevated to that post.
Sudrito,
Sudrito,
being proud of that position.
Being proud of that position
And their beautiful bodily feature.
and their beautiful bodily features.
Danada Atmajo,
Danada Atmajo,
the two sons of Kuvera,
the two sons of Kuvera,
treasurer of the demigod.
treasurer of the demigods.
Kailasa Upavane,
Kailasa Upavane,
in a small garden attached to Kailas Parvata,
in a small garden attached to Kailas Parvata,
the residence of Lord Shiva.
the residence of Lord Shiva.
Ramye,
Ramye,
in a very beautiful place.
in a very beautiful place.
Mandakinyam,
Mandakinyam,
on the river Mandakini.
on the river Mandakini.
Mada Ukato,
Madaukato,
terribly proud and mad.
terribly proud and mad.
Varunim,
Varunim,
a kind of liquor named Varuni.
a kind of liquor named Varuni.
Madiram,
Madiram,
intoxication.
intoxication.
Pidva,
Piva,
drinking.
drinking.
Mada Agunita Lachano,
Mada Agunita Lochano,
their eyes rolling with intoxication.
their eyes rolling with intoxication.
Strijane,
Trijanai,
with woman.
with women.
Anugayadvi,
Anugayadvi,
vibrating song sang by them.
vibrating songs sang by them.
Cheratu,
Cheratu,
wandered.
wandered.
Pushpitevane,
Pushpitevane,
in a nice flower garden.
in a nice flower garden.
Translation, purport by Srila Prabhupada. Shukadev Goswami said, O King Parikshit, because the two sons of Kuvera had been elevated to that association of Lord Shiva, of which they were very much proud, they were allowed to wander in a garden attached to Kailas Hill on the bank of the Mandakini river. Taking advantage of this, they used to drink a kind of liquor called Varuni. Accompanied by women singing after them, they would wander in that garden of flowers, their eyes always rolling in intoxication. Purport. This verse mentions some of the material advantage offered to person associated with a devotee to Lord Shiva. Apart from Lord Shiva, if one is a devotee of any other demigod, one receives some material advantage. Foolish people therefore become devotees of demigods. This has been pointed out and criticized by Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. Karma istete tagyana prapadyante nyadevata. Those who are not devotees of Krishna have a taste for women, wine, and so forth. and therefore they have been described as itagyana, bereft of sense. The Krishna consciousness movement can very easily point out such foolish persons, for they have been indicated in Bhagavad Gita, where Lord Krishna says, Namam dushkriti no muda prapadyante naradama maya parita jnana asuram bhavam ashritaha. Thus miscreants who are grossly foolish, lowest among mankind, whose knowledge is stolen by illusion, and who partake of the atheistic nature of demon, do not surrender unto me. Anyone who is not a devotee of Krishna and does not surrender to Krishna must be considered Naradama, the lowest of men, and Dushkriti, one who always commits sinful activities. Then there is no difficulty in finding out who is the third class or fourth class man, for one's position can be understood simply by this crucial test. Is he or is not a devotee of Krishna? Why are devotees of the demigod greater in number than the Vaishnava? The answer is given herein. Vaishnavas are not interested in such fourth-class pleasure as wine and women, nor does Krishna allow them such facilities. Om Gyana Chinandasya Gyananjara Shalakaya Shakshurmitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutare Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeyam Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamaram Shri Guru Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagradatam Sagana Ragunatam Vitam Tam Sadiram Sadvaitam Savadutam Paridana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Radita Shri Vishakan Vitam Sa Hare Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopeshna Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Panchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Cha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nityanamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Prashaline Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gora Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, very nice pastime. So many things to learn about this. So, one thing we can learn is that we should not desire to go to the heavenly planet. Nobody in this room wants to go to the heavenly planet? Sure?
No.
Sure?
No.
She's not sure.
Ah, you're not sure. Okay.
Depends.
Yeah, what to do, huh? We have all desire for sense enjoyment, so even if we on the reading of Srila Prabhupada books, we know that we should not desire this, but sometimes in our heart we have some desire like this. And if we have this desire, pure devotional service cannot develop. Bhogaishvara prasaktanam taya parta chetasam yavasa yatmika buddhi samado na vidyate. So Bhoga Ishvara, so Bhoga, sense enjoyment, and Ishvara, opulence. These two things make the mind always disturbed, and we cannot come to samadhi. So samadhi, while the mind is fixed on the Supreme Lord. So we have always so many desires in this material world, and desire for enjoyment for sure, and desire for opulence. So we see that this Manigriva and Narakuvela they had very big opportunity for sense enjoyment. And because of this desire, they become intoxicated. This is a danger. Every sense enjoyment make intoxication. It's mad. It is said the prayer of King of Queen Kunti are very good in this pastime to remember. Janmaishvara Shuta Shribi Eda Mana Mana Puman Nevaratum Abidatum Bai Tvam Akinchana Gocharam. So Janmaishvara Shuta Shribi. So Janma, good birth, Ishvara, opulence, and after good education and beauty. These four things. So Narakura Manigriva, they had these four things. So they have everything to become Edamana Mada Puman. So this means actually intoxicated. So intoxication don't mean just drink alcohol or smoke something, or no. Intoxication is already there when we think, oh, I had a good birth, I have a good family, I have a good opulence, I'm really beautiful. So sometimes we don't have this advantage, so it's easy to don't remember. But if we have this advantage, it's really difficult to not become intoxicated. So Narakuvela and Manigriva was in this situation. And when we are so intoxicated by this beauty, opulence, we always want more. So if we want more, we take some intoxication and we start to do so many nonsense. So this is the case in this situation. And so they start to play in the garden of Shiva place. So the name is Kailash mountain. And there is many great opportunity for sense enjoyment. Beautiful woman, beautiful pond, and beautiful nature. So I should not describe too much, otherwise you will want to go there. So
You will want.
Yeah, we want.
We'll follow you.
And I will become a tree in the garden of Krishna maybe later. So maybe it's good to describe it. So they go there and became intoxicated. And when you are intoxicated, you don't know what you do. So sometimes you do things really crazy thing. And so they start to play naked with naked women. Do you have one idea? When I read this, I would just think, there's two situations, same situation, but the results are totally different. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, someone naked with some woman naked and a sadhu following there. Do you have another idea of Srimad Bhagavatam where there is the same situation?
Where? What the situation?
You are naked, men naked, with woman naked, and a sadhu around.
Pururva.
What you say?
The king Pururva.
Maybe this one I didn't.
Puruchiti, no? You're not naked.
No, at some point when the Gandharvas, not sages, Gandharvas came from the heavenly planets, he was naked, going to fight, and there was his Apsaras.
Okay, I was not thinking of this one.
Shukadev Goswami.
Yes, Shukadev Goswami naked also, running, but running, he was running, was him running after Janmeshwar Shutashlili. He was running to not get entangled into this. His father was running after him. So Vyasadeva, the sadhu, was running after him. And he was naked, and when woman was there, he was not even excited by the woman. And the woman not even dressed themselves because they saw no any lust in this Shukadev Goswami. And Shukadev Goswami was running because he was afraid that if he stay with Vyasadeva, he will become entangled in material life. Imagine the level of Shukadev Goswami. And here, same situation, Narakuva and Managriva, but they was not naked and they was not running because they didn't want to become entangled, but they was here because they wanted to become more and more entangled in this pleasure and take pleasure of this. So we see two situations, and one situation where Shukadev Goswami is liberated person, and this Manigriva and Narakuvela are fully entangled in sense enjoyment and false ego. So, because there was in this intoxication by opulence, they could not even see that Narada Muni was here. So they didn't took advantage of this situation, and they just stay naked. They didn't receive him properly. So what is the term? We was saying I didn't know this term.
Descent.
Descent. So they were descent. There was not descent. So they did not took. They didn't do the etiquette. They didn't pay obeisance. They didn't even cover themselves. So if one day you are naked in your room and your spiritual master comes, you have to quickly cover yourself and pay obeisance. Don't do like this Manigriva and Narakuvela. So Narada Muni, I'm really sad that I don't have his darshan today, but I imagine him passing here. So I ask him for his mercy to have some inspiration. So they didn't cover themselves and they didn't pay attention. So this is not proper. And Narada Muni, because he's such exalted devotee, he curses them, but in the same time he gives them mercy. So maybe this is how the spiritual master delivers us. Sometimes we think, why he asked me this, or why should I do this? But we should always remember that anything given by the spiritual master is a blessing. Because in this situation, they became a tree, but later they have the darshan of Krishna. So it was better than any benediction that they can receive. This is why it is said that the sadhu or the pure devotee, they are place of pilgrimage. And because they always carry the supreme personality of Godhead, they can give to the personality of Godhead. But they give it in a way that they will take advantage of this darshan. So next after, they became this tree. I don't know if I should go into this pastime, because after the other one will not have anything to say. But so they didn't pay attention and they became tree. So a tree is always naked, and you have to do great austerity because you always stay standing like this. Krishna would not like to become a tree. Not moving for thousands of years. This is very difficult. I remember when I was children, every time my parents were stopping and I was with them, when we go? I'm tired. When we go? Let's go. We go. We go. We should go. We should go. So this we always, Krishna is the same way. When he's attached, he always want to enjoy and to do some mischief. So he see these two Arjuna trees and he start to think, I should deliver them. They are great demigods. Why they are in this situation? So he will next deliver them. So the main thing I don't want to speak all the pastime, so I will stop here in the pastime. But the main thing we should learn from this verse that I read and this part of the pastime is that we should never become intoxicated by opulence, by beauty, and we should be really careful to not offend a Vaishnav. Even if we have this, now our great fortune is to know that even if we have this, we should pay obeisance to a sadhu. We should take advantage of the association of sadhu. This opulence is just nothing compared to the opulence of the darshan of a sadhu, of the darshan of the darshan of the Lord. And because this opulence they come and go. And Srila Prabhupada explained in the verse, Abrahma bhuvana loka puna vartino arjuna mam upetya puna janma mam upetya tu kunteya puna janma navidyate. He explained how the person who pray to the demigod, they have to come back on earth. And this is all a process that is described in some Upanishad, that if you pray in your heart to go to demigod, you go to the heavenly planet, and you have some times in the heavenly planet, and one day you fall back on earth in the form of the rain. And this rain will go in the earth and will give, will nourish the grains, the grains in the earth, and will grow in the form of a tree or anything, and we give some fruits. And a person will eat these fruits, and this grain will transform in semens, and will go in the womb of a mother, and you take birth again, come back again in this material world. So there's no advantage to go there. No advantage. Maybe you can enjoy for so many years, but you will come back to suffer here on this material planet, in the earthly planet, in the middle planet. So this is how it happened for the demigod to fall back on the earth and to become a tree or become something and have to take birth again. This is why Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, Abrahma bhuvana loka, don't try to go on the heavenly planet, don't try to go anywhere in this material universe, just worship me and you will come to me. And if you come to me, you don't come back again in this material world. So this is how we should understand Bhagavad Gita. And if we don't understand Bhagavad Gita, Namam dushkritino muda prapadyante naradama maya paitagyana asuram bhavam ashritha. So we are, like Prabhupada say, we are naradama, or we are dushkriti, or we are maya pritagyana, or we are asuram bhavam. So Prabhupada is very strong in his purport. This is a very good purport to go to preach in Paris. What do you think?
Harsh, no?
if I read this in the street to people, I will not distribute much books. So this is why it's in the 10 canto. So we already accepted so many things about the teaching of Krishna and Prabhupada, and we have maybe a little of realization that this is not real pleasure, and we want the real pleasure to always serve Krishna for his transcendental pleasure. This is what we should wish. And if we are not a devotee of Krishna, it means we are a rascal, as Prabhupada says here. So, and what is and so Prabhupada concludes this purport by saying, there is so many devotees or demigod. There are more numbers than Vaishnava. Why? Because they have sense enjoyment. They get some sense enjoyment. But Vaishnavas are poor and they are bereft of any material opulence. But they have the biggest opulence. And this biggest opulence is Krishna, Prema and Prasadam. So any comment or correction on this verse and purport?
Prashadam ki jai.
Yes, please, Yashmat.
Maybe something to meditate or to wonder. You talked about the desire, that we should not have the desire to go to the heavenly planets. But then my question would be, desire, isn't it something natural to the soul? That the soul has a desire, and the original desire is of course to please Krishna.
Mm-hmm.
But then it gets diverted in so many different directions. What can we do? The desire is there.
Chetodakanamarjanam Mahamahadavani Nivapanam Shreya Kailava Shankaritanam Vidyavadu Jivanam Anandam Buddhivardhanam Pratipadam Punamrita Svatanam. So this is Gauranga came to save us, to cleanse the mirror of our mind. We should never stop to chant the holy name of the Lord. If we stop, we start to develop this desire automatically. This world is a world where we always are attracted for material desire. It's made like this. And Janda Goswami, he always pray at the end of his letter, he always write this prayer, please, my Lord, never put me in forgetfulness of chanting your holy name. So this should be our prayer. Please, Krishna, never put me in this forgetfulness to stop to chant the holy name of the Lord. Because whenever we stop, it comes. And it's not that when we chant, it's not coming, but we are not subdued by this desire. We not become, we can make control, not become esclave, or I don't know how we say in English. This is the mercy of the Lord. You chant His name, and you see the desire coming, and you just, okay, let's go. We continue to chant. So this, our stage, I think, is more like this. We chant and we see the desire passing through in our mind, and we not become controlled by this desire. But also, Krishna says it's not so easy. In Bhagavad Gita, he say if you don't become, if you are a yogi, but you don't become perfect, you will take birth in the heavenly planet for many years, and come back on this planet. So we have to become the best of the yogi. Yoginam api sarvesham madhyantanantara atmanam shadavan badate yomam same yukta tamo matha. So we have the great mercy to know how to become the best of the yogi and not come back on this earth. But we need to be a little bit patient by this practice, and we will become free of this desire, have only the desire to please Krishna. Prabhupada promised us, if you stay all your life in this movement, chant Hare Krishna all your life, you go back to Godhead. We have the promise of Srila Prabhupada. So what do you want more than this? This is the best of the promise. No doubt. Srila Prabhupada ki, Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Gauranga Premanandi Hari Hari Bol. If you
Can I
can
tell trees spiritual? His Grace Dayal Nitai Prabhu ki.
Yeah.
Jai Srila Prabhupada.